Leo had taken the exact same exam 3 times, and 3 times the results were the same: failure. In a small village, everyone monitors your progress. When he failed, his neighbors stopped offering sympathy and started calling him the fool. Leo spent his days stewing in that mockery, desperate to pass, if only to finally silence the people laughing at him. This timeline tracks his 3 failed attempts, plotted against his dwindling resources. Savings, energy, and community standing dropped with every rejection. By his 4th attempt, the resource bar hits absolute zero, out of money, materials, and time. Returning to the same notes with the same mindset would only lead to a 4th failure. He was stuck in a loop that required a total break from his past methods. His primary obstacle was no longer the academic material. It was the psychological noise created by 3 years of shame and the exhausting, bitter effort to salvage his reputation. The night before the exam, Leo made a decision that defied logic. He took his last few coins and, instead of buying more candles for late-night study, he bought one for the local church. As he lit that candle, the years of performance anxiety seemed to break. He stopped focusing on the village bullies. He gave up the need to be the hero who proved everyone wrong, or the genius who saved his own name. He told Jesus he didn't want fame or a restored reputation. He said, "I just want to make my mother proud." This surrender changed his internal state. By letting go of the pressure to fix his own image, he replaced paralyzing fear with a quiet, clear sense of purpose. When he finally sat down with his books that evening, the frantic, scattered energy of his previous 3 attempts was gone. He began to experience a form of targeted intuition. He felt a gentle, unexplainable pull towards specific, isolated topics in his notes, ignoring the vast majority of the curriculum. If the exam material is a massive web of nodes, Leo's focus that night traced this very narrow path. He studied a tiny subset, leaving most untouched. This selection was statistically risky. His study list looked disconnected and incomplete, missing the required broad coverage. Yet Leo didn't feel the usual panic of a student who is underprepared. He trusted the quiet guidance he was receiving and studied only what he felt called to review. By setting aside his own academic agenda, he unwittingly adopted a highly specific, seemingly curated strategy for the night. The next morning, the proctors distributed the exam. It was immediately clear the questions were the most difficult the school had seen in years. But as Leo scanned the page, he felt a sudden jolt of recognition that quickly turned into quiet shock. This diagram compares his intuitive study list on the left to the actual exam questions on the right. Every single topic he felt called to study the night before appeared on the test. It was a perfect 1-to-1 match. Leo passed the exam, shattering the village's historical ceiling to become its first ever graduate. The Fool moniker was permanently dismantled. He returned to the village not as a failure who had finally succeeded, but as a pioneer. His breakthrough didn't come from a 4th attempt at brute force effort. It happened at the exact moment he traded his personal pride for a humble, pure-hearted goal.